Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm really hoping that you're going to be able to see this morning. And actually, hopefully, you'll be able to put some messages on because I've had a terrible problem with my Facebook. And I don't know what the issue is. I've got messages into the help centers. So hopefully I will hear something. Of course, I didn't hear anything last night, so that's why I couldn't figure it out. And this morning, I still couldn't figure it out. So we're in dry dock as far as my my video on Facebook. But I am connected to YouTube, so hopefully people will see me on YouTube. And I don't even know if you can post comments, but I hope you can. It is 10 o'clock. It is Friday, January 3rd, 2025. Happy New Year to everybody. Okay, let's get started. So hopefully, like I said, if you are there and you can give me a little message that indicates that you're with me, that would be great. Okay, so let's go here and show you what we're going to make. Now, this card is an oldie. This template, rather, is an oldie. Actually, probably 20 years ago, demonstrator Kathy Watson, a sweet, sweet demonstrator from, I think she lived in Rentham or Foxborough, or Walpole. I don't remember. Hey, Jan. Good morning. Good morning. I'm so glad you're able to be with me this morning on YouTube. Sorry about that, but hopefully I'll get it fixed for next week. But anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. But anyway, as I was saying, this template was one that Kathy showed us a long, long time ago, and I absolutely loved it, and I decided to bring it back because I've got a lot of scrap paper, and this is a perfect card that you can make using your scraps of your DSP. So let me show you how we're going to do this. All right. First thing is I'm going to take a piece of Balmy Blue. Balmy Blue is the base, and I'm just going to fold this, the usual, fold, 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 blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's a piece of white is 5 1/4 by 4. Here we are. Okay, now why is that jumping around? Ugh. Anyway, here it is. And I ran it through the new Starstruck embossing folder. This is one you can get through Celebration. So that's coming up in a few more days. That's very exciting. So I love it. I think it's really cute. It's kind of like Daisy-like. It's very bright. It's very cheery. I like it. So this is this piece. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere that to my base. And you'll notice this is a piece of scrap paper, and yes, it's got my name on the back. I don't know why I'm using it, but after I ran it through the embossing folder, I said, oh well, you'll never see those that ink through this. So let's just put this on right here, like this. Perfect. There we go. Whoops. Perfect. Get that little piece off. Okay, now the next thing is, and this is where it gets really fun. You're going to take a piece of basic white cardstock, and the measurements on this are 5 inches by 2 inches. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your ruler, or you can use your grid paper. Your grid paper works very nicely because these little squares are 1/4 inch. So if you just put it here like this, and take a pencil, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it every 1/2 inch. I'm going to put a little tick mark. Can you see me doing that? A little tick mark on both sides, because these are going to be the guides for my DSP. All right, so there's that one. Then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Just little tick marks like this. There we go. Jan, I think it's you and me this morning. My sweet friend from Canada. Just you and me. Maybe you're the only one who got the message. But anyway, okay, here we go. So now this is really important. This is one of those situations where you really want to use your silicone pad because you're going to need it. So you're going to put this piece of paper right here, and then you're going to cut out your strips. Now these strips are from, this is from the Dandy Design collection of DSP. It was a huge package. You got 40 sheets, but I've got a ton of this left over. So what I've done here is I've got 6 of one side and then 6 of the other side. Here you go. Can you see that? For some reason, this is lagging. I don't know what is going on with this. Okay, there they are. So now it doesn't matter what you're going to start with, but I'm going to start with a stripe. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to add some adhesive to this, and I'm going to put my first piece at the very, very top, like right here. So this piece of designer paper is going to touch this little tick mark right here, and it's going to go right up to the top of the paper. Now you're going to have a little bit of an overlap. That's okay. We'll trim it out afterwards. And then this bottom is going to meet the point of the top right here, like this. Okay, there's the first one. Easy. Now, we're going to take the second one, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm glad to be with you. Thank you, Jan. All right, now, here is my next tick mark. So this piece of paper is going to go from this tick mark to this tick mark. So I'm just going to bring it in like this and bring it up like that. All right, now here's the third piece. I said you need 12 pieces to do this, but this is easy because you've got lots of designer paper left over. So this is, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to get my hair in the way. Let me see if I can bring that up a little bit. Oh, that is so blurry. What is going on? I'm just having lots of problems here, obviously, with this streaming service. I don't know what is going on. Let's see. I'm hoping to get some answers. If you've never used Catherine Carroll, she's an amazing technological person. She's a demonstrator, but she is so sweet and wonderful and knows how to fix these issues. So I'm going to see if I can hire her to help me because I'm not getting much help from Switcher or Facebook. All right, so here's the last one. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down. Let me bring this up a little bit so you can see it. Why is that not moving? Okay. All right, so there, this piece is going to go right at this corner up to this little tick mark. So right from there to that tick mark. All right, so those are those. That's the bottom. Now I'm going to take the top pieces and we're going to crisscross it to make it look pleated. So this one is going to come and go right to the top here. Let's see, let me pull this down a little bit so you can see this. This is so weird. There we go. All right. So it's going to go there, and then it's going to come right down to touch this piece right here. And you'll get what I'm doing at, what's going on. All right, there's one. Now, here's another one. And we're going to put it right there. And we're going to bring it right down to this little mark. See how it's nice and even? That's why you have those little tick marks. It works beautifully if you just put those little tick marks on. It's your own little guide. It works very nicely. So here we go there, and here we go here. And you know, you've got a lot of DSP left over. I'm going to show you two other designs that I did this morning. I came down and I tried to go back to Facebook and go back to Switcher to see if anybody was helping me this early in the morning. And no, nobody was there to help me, but that's okay. Not to worry. It'll get fixed. In the big picture, it's not a big deal. All right, there's that piece. And then one more. And then, this is the fun part. I kind of feel like an architect. Like a little, I know it's silly to say, but that's kind of what I feel like. All right, there we go, just like that. All right, now, the beauty of this is you can just lift this right off your silicone pad. Perfect. And there's no sticky on here. Now we're going to turn it over and we're going to trim out these little pieces. Now you could use your 6-inch trimmer or you could use your big cutter if you wanted to. But I found that I got too much extra adhesive on my blade. And so I was having to clean that a little bit too, you know, it just took a little bit longer in time to clean it. So I just decided to use my Snipperinis, and that works just fine. And just a little Gooby Gone, which is, by the way, I don't buy Gooby Gone anymore. I make my own. I found this recipe on Google, and it's so amazing. You take a teaspoon of vegetable oil and 2 teaspoons of soda, and you mix it together, and it works just like Gooby Gone. It's amazing. Jan, you should try it. If you haven't already, maybe you already know about that little trick, but it's amazing. Anyway, let me pick up all of these little pieces and get rid of these. They've served me well. And now, when I flip this over, look at how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? It's just so pretty. I love it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of Balmy Blue. This measures 2 1/8 by 5 1/8. And I'm going to mount it on this just like here, just like this. Just so you have a little bit of color to kind of pop this. This will pop out very nicely like this. So I'm going to put this on just like this. Okay, very carefully. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to bring back my card base, and I'm going to put this on. I mean, talk about fast and easy card. And the most work is when you're prepping it, you know, because you have to cut out these little pieces. But 3 inches by 1/2 cuts very nicely on my big cutter. Okay, so there's that. And if you notice, I did put a lot of adhesive behind this. Again, anytime I'm using an embossing folder that has a lot of concave and convex surfaces, I want to make sure that this is going to stick nicely. Okay, so there's that. Now, the inside, what I did was I took a piece of basic white, 5 1/4 by 4, and I used the Unbounded Love stamp set, which absolutely is one of my favorites. I have to say, what did I do with it? It's around here somewhere. I think it's around here somewhere. What did I do with it? These things happen, and it drives me absolutely crazy. I think, okay, I'm all ready. I've got everything here, everything I need, and then I don't know where it's going. Oh, wait. It fell on the floor. Here we go. All right. Why is that in slow motion? Well, anyway, here we go. Unbounded Love. I love it. I love the dies that go with it. It's really pretty, and I use it a lot. So anyway, I used Happy Birthday, and then I took a strip of the designer paper for the bottom. This is a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. 4 1/4. Yeah. And now I shall adhere this to the inside of my card. Here we go, just like that. And then, of course, we have to have an envelope flap because you can't have naked envelopes. Not here in Massachusetts, anyway. And I bet you can't in Canada. Your stream froze when you gave the recipe. Bagooby. Okay, yes. Okay, Jen. 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil and 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And you mix it, shake it up, mix it up. As a matter of fact, let me think. Wait a minute. Hold on. I think I have it right here somewhere. What did I do with it? Yep, here it is right here. A teaspoon of baking soda and, oh, I'm sorry. It's a teaspoon of baking soda. 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 2 of oil. Make sure you see this. I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong description. 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil. You put it in a little jar, shake it up, and then use a paper towel or a little soft cloth, and it works just like Gooby Gone. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. So there it is again. Let me show you again. 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil. Put it in this jar, shake it up, really shake it up. Every time you use it, you're going to have to shake it up. You might have to add a little bit of oil if it dries out a little bit. I don't know if it'll dry or not, but it works. It's crazy. It works. Okay, so that's that. So then the outside of the card, well, first of all, here's my envelope flap. I love this paper. So I'm going to, yeah, I don't know what's going on with my computers, my iPad, blah. Anyway, here is my envelope flap. Isn't this going to be pretty when somebody goes to their mailbox? They're going to take it out and see, oh, this is not from a company wanting money from me. It's from a friend wishing me something, some goodness, some happiness. So there's this. We trim that out, and we've got a very nice envelope flap to go with the card. And then the outside of the card, what I did was I took the message that says, may all your wishes come true, only because, okay, so let me show you. This is the sample, and I used one of the dies from the Unbounded Love set. But it was big, and then the smaller version, the smaller words weren't going to fit nicely on this, so because I definitely wanted this as a birthday card. So instead, what I did was I took my punches, and I used my small oval punch and the larger and the larger scalloped punch to make this little message. And then I just put little three dimensionals on. Let me pop this off. I'm going to put this on right here like this. And then have to have a ribbon on this. I love this opalescent ribbon. Isn't this pretty? Look at that. See, it's something is going on with my silly little iPad. Anyway, let me get some glue dots here. I know that's behind a little bit, but we'll see. All right, here is a glue dot, and I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to put another one down here. Actually, I should have taken these little things off first, which I'm doing right now. Okay, there we go. Yes, Jen, that is correct. And it works. It's amazing. All right, now I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to take my Pick Me tool, and I'm just going to make sure that I have hidden the remainder part of those glue dots, because I don't want any glue dot to impede the card going in the envelope or coming out. So there is that. And now these little ends are a little bit long, so I'm going to take my ribbon scissors and I'm just going to trim it out a little bit. And there we go. Whoops. Again, what the heck is going on? Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, so there is that card. Now, I said I wanted to show you some variations. So what I did was I took the same paper, but instead of having the stripe on the bottom, I put the stripe on the top. So this is the opposite of that. See? See? There you go. Different look. Same paper, different look. Then I took two more. I took Night of Navy. And this paper is from the Mediterranean Blue series, which I absolutely love. That's the one that has the oranges and the lemons in it. It's so, 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 so pretty. But this is this. And what I did, whoops, what I did here was I crisscrossed it just the same way. And this is a sympathy card. But isn't that pretty? I love the way that looks. I kind of look, that reminds me of a Dresden pattern. And then I took this one, and this was from, this paper is, what's this paper? This is, oh, for goodness sakes. Oh yeah, Dainty Flowers. This is an old retired paper, but I love it, called Dainty Flowers. Now, see, it's, look at that, unbelievable. Okay, so Dainty Flowers, I took this is Rich Razzleberry. We don't have Rich Razzleberry anymore, but I could have used Fresh Freesia or Old Olive, whatever, but I chose the Rich Razzleberries because I have some left over, and I just did the same thing, and this time I put a little bow on with some twine. Look at how cute that is. Celebrate. So these are the cards that we're going to be making next week. We're going to make, you can make whatever you want is what I'm saying, but these are some of the patterns. Now, for heaven's sakes, come on, computer, wake up here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Here they are. Okay, let me see if I can bring me over. There we go. Okay. I guess this is going to be kind of cattywampus too. Sorry about that. But I'm here, and I'm so glad, Jan, that you popped in on YouTube. I'm sorry about the problem that I've had with my switcher and my Facebook, but hopefully I'll get that fixed for next week. So anyway, these are the cards that we're making. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's wicked fun. This technique is wicked fun. Easy, easy, easy. It's all in the paper. How pretty is that? And wouldn't this make a nice set of boxed cards for somebody? I think it would. Okay, my friends, that is it for today, for January 3rd, 2025. And I will see you next week, a week from today. And we're going to do something really fun. We're going to do, I'll give you a little sneak peek. This is what I'm going to use. This is Spring Corners design. It's a new stamp set, and I absolutely love this. I used the scallop contours for these two layers, but then I used the cutout, one of the dies from this Corner Springs or Springs Corner, whatever it's called. But anyway, this is the swap I'm going to make for our My Star Stampa meeting in a couple of weeks. But I'm going to show you how to do this next week. Okay, so that's it for today. I love you all. Thank you for popping in. Now I'm going to go back and see if I've got any messages from Switcher or from Facebook to fix this problem. I hope you have a great, great week, everybody. Thanks, Jan, for popping in. I love you for doing this. You're my new best Canadian friend. I'm so excited. Say hi to Beth and all of my friends in Canada and my friends here in the United States. Till next week.